everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. Got a little thing, like a little bit of things going on. A few things to get off my chest. This is why the writing crop is out. Well, first off, channel update-ish. I keep getting people telling me, go to D-Live, go to BitChute. I'm not going anywhere. First off, I'm not going anywhere. Second off, I didn't ask for advice, and I don't want to come across as like super harsh and cruel or any of that stuff. But no, I'm not going anywhere. I already have YouTube, I have Twitch. I have the affiliation on Twitch, which means that if I do upload to another channel, I have to have at least different content there. Like, I can do my videos on YouTube, and then I can do, like, live streams on Twitch, as long as I'm not, like, dual streaming and all that good fun stuff. Because I can get paid out from Twitch, and that's part of their affiliate program. Same thing with YouTube. YouTube has a lot of don't compete things, right? You don't want to just upload and multi-stream and all these things because terms of service and issues. That is something I need to kind of address here. We do know that YouTube is owned. They're a private company. We're kind of at their mercy. And, until they give us some flat, set in stone things that we can and can't say, we have to get through this little issue of playing within the rules, right? Playing the game within the lines. Following the chain of command, as it were. There's always a loophole. There's always a way around everything. There's always a way to play your own game within the rules. This is why I'm not going anywhere until they throw me off. And that's a big issue. That's a big issue I want to talk to people about. I appreciate your suggestions. Please stop asking me to go and abandon YouTube and go somewhere else. If you guys really are super wanting to help, I really appreciate it. And I do have Patreon. I do have, Streamlabs instead of giving YouTube that 30%. You can always click the Streamlabs link if you do want to help and support that way. If half of the viewers, or a 16th of my viewers donated the $1 a month Patreon tier, and I'm horrible about keeping up on Patreon, and I apologize. I probably wouldn't even have to worry about being demonetized or anything. I could just say what I want, use the language I want to use, and be done with it. But, YouTube, we have this little game we gotta play where I gotta use some colorful descriptors instead of the blatant swearing that I would want to do for emphasis. But I'm a little more talented than that. I can come up with creative ways for YouTube and Twitch and all of these platforms, to really give them a piece of my mind without using language, without using any of that. But no, like I said, if you guys do really want to help and, don't worry about me being monetized or demonetized, like I said, if, a quarter of people on my channel, anywhere from like a 16th to a quarter, even up to a quarter or more. I'm realistic. I know I know my 100% of my sub count does not watch my stuff. That's how YouTube always has been. That is how YouTube always has been. That's everybody. You go in and you look at your thing, and most of your views come from outside people, right? Come from people who don't subscribe to you, or people will throw you a sub because they know you, or they do that to bookmark your channel, and then they move on to something else. They're like, okay, I'm tired of hearing about Star Trek, or that is what happens, right? I gotta come in as and I hate having to be the voice of reason because I'm kind of off the wall and I fly off the handle a lot of times. Not everything YouTube does is trying to censor us. Not everything YouTube does is trying to shut us up. Sometimes they're just updating their code and they don't know what the crap they're doing half the time, which is true. They don't know what they're doing. They're just updating their code. They're flipping a switch. They're doing something, and they're loading you. You might be watching a video, and they'll kind of redirect you down the internet pipeline to another backup server where this video is backed up to. And then the next thing you know, it's all kids' videos in your suggestions, right? It's all kids' stuff. Because, here, if you look at my suggestions, I just pulled up, let's see if we can do this. I just pulled up this is my theme song. This is my theme song here. So, yeah, because, and thank you for subscribing. because I was making a video, I turned off the ad block for that, and I assume everybody uses it. I'm not going to be that person. My suggestions are pretty normal. I have no idea what this is, but I assume because this is a music thing, the next one is music related, right? Because I watch a lot of Yellow Flash, he shows up. SC shows up. Geeks and Gamers. John Talks. All people I subscribe to. I already watched this. It's amazing. Watch that. Things I tend to subscribe to. A few things I don't subscribe to this, but I'm on a music video, right? And if you just go into let me go into my subs. So this is what you have to do. You have to go to your subscriptions to see the stuff you subscribe to, because if you don't, there's Robert Meyer Burnett. He's actually one of the people I really like hearing his opinion on. So this is the stuff I tend to subscribe to. This is our creepy little book show. Come and subscribe to this one. We're on here all the time. Is Mary's stream up here? I don't see Mary's stream. I'm sure it does. I actually watched this video. Jessie, shout out to Jessie. She seems like she's going through some stuff. And Anna, of course. But no, and when you go to like your homepage, here, some of the stuff I subscribe to, a lot of the people see from my subscriptions, I subscribe to these people. Stuff I don't necessarily subscribe to. Bands I've just been listening to Typo Negative stuff here and there in the background. I already subscribed to him. I don't know why he's there. Entertainment Weekly. That's fine to have in my recommendeds. Screaming Trees. Sure, I've been listening to a lot of music lately. I'm listening to Ghost. And like, that's good. That's fine. I'm okay with that stuff showing up in my feed. But a lot of the time, you kind of just have to go in and say, what do I want to see? What do I want to watch? You can't always rely on YouTube, and on mobile there's another way to do that too. You just go into what's my subscriptions, who's uploaded, and I know some of it's my fault because I upload at 2 a.m. my time, Colorado time. But like, not everything is them trying to shut us up. A lot of this goes back when I was a gaming channel and I was playing Yokai Watch, and that, in case you don't know, is a game that a lot of 12-year-olds, like 7 to 12-year-olds play because it's cute and it's got cats in it, and it's like Pokemon but not. It's like Pokemon but better for me anyway, because I think I like the characters better, and it's kind of like Scooby-Doo, ghost catching. You're catching like ghosts. When I was making videos about that, I was making tutorials about that, I was making walkthroughs and let's plays, none of my subscribers would show up. I got to about 5,000 subscribers for that, and none of them showed up. I was streaming the game every single day for hours a day in the afternoon when people were going to be home. I'm like, okay, I have this audience showing up. I have to play to this audience. I wasn't very happy doing it because me and kids, I'm not a big kid person. But you have to kind of go and understand how people watch YouTube. And a lot of times people will just click whatever's suggested, especially little kids, which is why people assumed at first with the adpocalypse that like, only family-friendly stuff is going to get suggested. Well, that's got the best chance. And this is just me kind of giving you a little bit of taste into what I've experienced on YouTube, the family-friendly-ish stuff that doesn't include swearing, stuff that's like, vacation, travel vlogs, and, like I watch a guy from Las Vegas who just talks about Vegas buffets and food and things on the strip to eat, and that's all of his channel. And that's about as family-friendly as you can get. And his videos get recommended a ton, and I think my sub count is like creeping up under his, I believe. But that's because his videos are getting like hundreds of thousands of views because people are like, I want to go to Vegas. I need this. It's a service. It's a educational thing. It's something that people would search for. Same thing why I was getting, I had 5,000 subs and had, 60,000 views on how to find a certain, rare thing in these video games. Because that's, people search for that stuff. And a lot of your views when you're a YouTuber are going to be from people who don't watch your content, because that's how YouTube works. You'll get 1 or 2 videos that get shared around in the right place, and then all of a sudden you're a this channel or that channel. This is why people think I'm a Brie Larson channel, because when you go over to my channel here, let me go in. When you go to my channel, you see like my new stuff here. You see the popular things, the things that got the hugest amount of views. The Brie Larson one, the thank you very much one, and Batwoman, oddly enough. Ghostbusters stuff. I've got a lot about Ghostbusters that are in my super popular. Star Trek, a lot of Star Trek ones. Now, that is just because those happened to hit when those things were very, very topical and popular. That's all that YouTube is. And a lot of the stuff I do on YouTube is like, okay, what do I actually want to talk about versus what do I want to talk about that happens to be super popular at the time versus, what can I look into that might be super popular to give the channel a boost that I might want to talk about, right? And I don't just talk about stuff just for like the cash grab like some people might think. No, I'm talking about stuff because, I was getting pissed off at Brie Larson's attitude, and I was getting pissed off at the Batwoman stuff, and I'm pissed off at Star Trek right now, even though I love it. I really, really love it. But, I'm disappointed in it. It's letting me down. It's letting me down. Like everything in life. It's letting me down. But no, it's not like a conspiracy. It's not this grand, crazy thing. And this video will probably be demonetized, even though I'm defending YouTube, right? And that's how it goes, because I'm swearing, I'm saying demonetized, and I'm saying conspiracy a few times. It is not anything crazy like that, though. YouTube doesn't know what it's doing. YouTube has had a lot of just look at any live stream we've dealt with lately. We're getting the prawn bots and all those things in whatever language that I don't read that they keep spending anytime I go to the High Council. We even got them on Midnight's Edge on the main channel a couple days ago talking about Star Trek. This stuff is going to change all the time. They don't know what they're doing. They're changing things, they're fixing things. I don't see a lot of us really, really having to worry that much. As I say that, I'm on a downswing today. I'm on a downswing today where people are unsubbing like crazy. This is YouTube. This is how it goes. Here's my social blade. This is how it goes. Some days, I don't know what happened where I got a huge boost these 2 days. Probably around the time of the Shatner drama, and then it trickles down to less and less and less. It swings back up a little bit, and then we're down in the negatives today. I don't know. Maybe somebody made a video ragging on me. Maybe YouTube updated their code. Maybe a lot of people are seeing those little kid videos in their recommendations after they watch something. And what I mean with the little kid videos, I mean these little kids playing with slime, or these little kids at a toy store. I don't want to see stupid little kids at a toy store. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. Throw me some typo negative suggestions or some bands I like, some Woodstock bands. Just play Woodstock at me in the background. I listen to that all day. I listen to music more than anything on YouTube when I'm not in our circles. When I'm not in our circles of people I watch, like the Trek stuff and the Star Wars stuff and the Marvel and DC stuff. I watch us in the community. And I think a lot of it is we just have to kind of take a little more responsibility and find the stuff we want to watch. Turn on anytime you notice. I would recommend maybe once a week, unchecking the bell and rechecking it, unsubscribing, resubscribing, because YouTube updates the code and it loses a lot of the stuff. It'll keep your subscriptions for you and you can still go and find them, but it'll lose that current little bit of code where you're like, oh, I love this channel. I want to be notified all the time. And if you guys don't know, I upload 2 or 3 videos a day sometimes, and I live stream all the time, and I'm always around. So if you don't see a video from me, I'm still making them. And that's I hate to blame YouTube for that. But it happens, but it does happen, and it's just something that, okay, YouTube can't be relied on, YouTube can't be trusted, I have to take responsibility and look for the stuff I want to watch, and it sucks that I have to do that. It sucks that I have to go and click what's on my subscription feed, but I just kind of got in the habit of doing that years ago, and not relying on what YouTube blindly suggests to me, because they're going to suggest a bunch of people I don't subscribe to or haven't heard of, and every time it does that, it's I don't know, once in a while it'll work. Once in a while, but when I needed that is when I found it, when I needed to get into the more geek fandoms, I found that. And I started watching Midnight's Edge and SC reviews and all these channels. Years ago, and I'm still watching them. I'm still watching the same channels. I'm just adding a little here and there, and I'm going off here and listening to music channels, and I'm going off here and watching, Vegas buffet channels and travel stuff and haunted things. And I watch a lot of different stuff on YouTube, and I think you guys do too. You don't just watch the same 5 channels. You subscribe to a bunch of stuff. YouTube has no idea how to handle anybody on its platform, and I think it's not even that big of an issue. Now that we're 15 minutes in, and they've probably already scanned through this and demonetized me. What do I think about that footage? You know that footage I'm talking about, and I gotta choose my words very carefully now, and I wanted to put it at the end of the video. What do I think? I think that the woman interviewed, and here's where I'm gonna lose even more subs. I think that woman interviewed with a hidden camera that was the Google employee. I believe that she believed she was giving an interview to somebody very, very, very far left, and chose her words to appease that person more so than if she were giving an on-the-record interview. I do this all the time. I will curve my opinions a little bit based on who I know. If I know somebody really, really loves Star Trek Discovery, I won't rip it a new one in front of them. I will be a little more respectful of their beliefs. And I think a lot of you do that. I know a lot of you do that. Do I think that they're actively trying to change the code to silence people that don't agree with them? No. I think they're actively trying to figure out what the crap they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They're getting a lot of bot activity. They're getting a lot of people coming in who can hack the thing. Remember when it went down? YouTube was gone down a few times. Like the entire thing went out. Just saying. So they need to have something to combat that, because they don't want another TRUMP, but and that could be interpreted. Here's the thing. That could be interpreted a few different ways. This is what a lot of channels, and this is what I'm going to get in trouble for. This is what a lot of channels aren't telling you guys. A lot of the far right channels, or a lot of the kind of more conservative channels. We don't want a situation where you can get a whole bunch of bots coming in with a bunch of misinformation, and a lot of us reacting without the full information. Now that could be possibly a good thing. Do we trust Google to do it? No, I don't trust Google to do it one bit, because they don't know what the crap they're doing, and they haven't for years. And that is the issue that I'm seeing. Is that they're going to demonetize just as a knee-jerk reaction without understanding. This is why I choose my words carefully in my titles and my descriptions, and I try not to swear in the first couple of minutes, and I try not to say anything sensitive in the first couple of minutes, because they do scan that first couple, like those when you ask for a manual review, they will watch the first couple of minutes of it, and it's just garbage sometimes, and they don't know what they're doing. Is it something where they're trying to silence us? I don't know if that would even go that far. I don't know if I would go that far. I think they're trying to figure out, oh shit, the crazies are loose in the asylum, because that's what we are. And there's a lot of people that I really have some respect for on YouTube, but they hear it completely differently than I hear it on a lot of stuff. And yeah, I'm a little less conservative than a lot of you guys, but I'm not gonna bitch you out for it. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's where everybody else unsubscribes. No, I don't think it's nearly as bad as a lot of people, and I am probably the first one to panic. So if I'm saying I don't think this is as big of a deal as people think it is, and that's a lot of stuff about YouTube. I don't think a lot of it's a big of a deal. And this is me, somebody sitting in the negatives for the day, right? This is me saying this, and I'm not worried, and I'm sitting in the negatives, because who knows? You might have had somebody like a certain Star Trek fan filmmaker out there spreading videos about me or streaming about me, for all I know. And then that'll affect my numbers for a bit until they actually see what happened, and then they go right back up. So, but that's the thing too, and I might be, for all I know, and there's another thing, I might be losing dead subs from gaming. I might be losing people who are like, oh, you're just now getting into my recommendations, but you're talking about Star Trek and not Yokai Watch. Where's my Yokai Watch? Give me Pandanoko. And that's what I would have to deal with, because the fan base is totally different. So I don't even think one way or another, and I think you guys, at least the adult viewers, the people who are here for my opinions, the people who are here to hear what I have to say, are probably a little more reasonable. And even if you guys are, disagree politically, whatever it doesn't really matter that much. Because here's the thing. Now hear me out before you unsubscribe. We have the power to change the way we word things. We can play within the rules and still get our messages out there. We can still play within the guidelines, and that's what's important. Not only that, I still have Twitch, and I still have Patreon, and I have everything else. But I just want to stress that, you know, that we're not completely silenced. We can still use different language for things. We can still use different ways of wording things. And I think that we just really need to make sure that we don't treat each other so much like the enemy on each side. And that's one thing I'm really trying to work on as a YouTuber, to kind of, not even as a YouTuber, just as a person, to not make everybody I disagree with the enemy. And I've had my run-ins, for sure. I've certainly had my moments. But I think we can kind of, before we just knee-jerk and be like, oh, they're censoring us, I think we can fight back a little bit. We just have to be a little smarter about it, and not do what they want, and not the other way, you know, because we got to be better than that. We got to be better than the people who just go deplatform. No, we're not that. We're better than that. We're like, hey, we hear you're upset. Why are you upset? And that's kind of where we have to start with this dialogue. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've been rambling so long, and I probably lost 30 more subs today with this one, but you guys wanted to know my opinions on it. You really, really did. You really, really did. And is this kind of scary times we're living in? Yeah, they are. Yes, they are, but we're smart enough to know, and we're smart enough to pay attention to what happened before. And there's enough of us who paid attention in history class. There's enough of us who are smart enough to play within the rules and slide under the system, under the radar. So I think we're going to be fine. Thank you so much for watching. I am Mecha Random 42, PO Box 1566, Loveland, Colorado 80539. If you do want to help out with the channel, in case, you know, I do get hit with all gray dollar signs one day and I get completely demonetized. They probably won't delete my channel, but they'll probably demonetize it completely at some point. I do have Patreon, and just $1 a month would really, really help the entire, you know, if like a 16th of you would, that would really, really help, and I wouldn't have to worry about curving my language and saying the things I say. I really appreciate you guys and your support, and thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video, live stream at Star Trek Las Vegas or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!